All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sober Open Mic Night here at Free. It's good to be with y'all tonight. Let me say a word about me, then I'm going to throw it to Vince. Is Vince here? I know he's here, but is he here? Vince. He'll be in a moment. Well, welcome to all of you. Welcome to all of you joining us online. If you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, we're glad you're tuning in tonight for Sober Open Mic Night. My name's Ryan. I'm the pastor and executive director here at Free Recovery Community. We are a community for addicts, loved ones of addicts, and spiritual refugees, people who've been kicked around by religion. They're told they don't belong. We create space here for belonging. Our mission is breaking the silence of addiction while creating space for healing, recovery, and spiritual connection. And if you've ever been here on a Saturday night, our services are on Saturday nights, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. You know that we have a motto here, something we live by. It's 4 words, and I'm going to ask y'all to shout it out on a count of 3 because it has everything to do with what we're doing tonight. So if you know it, shout it out. 1, 2, 3. We don't do shame in this community because we know that shame kills. Shame leads the opposite direction of recovery. No one gets shamed into recovery and healing. And we know that here. And speaking of what you're going to see tonight, if it's your first time here at Sober Open Mic Night, you're going to see people taking the stage, some of them for the first time in their sobriety. Some of them for the first time getting in front of people, and they're coming up with nerves and shaky hands and a turned up stomach. And while we don't do shame, we get to cheer for one another, root for one another, because let's face it, we're all in the same boat together. Getting clean, sober, living lives of recovery, and that's why these events to create community are so important, and I'm glad you're here. And if you want to know more about what we do at Free, you can hop on the website, freerecoverycommunity.com. We also have an app that's free to download, Free Recovery Community, and we have meetings here throughout the week, all kinds of recovery meetings, events here happening all the time. Jump on and check it out. And Vince with the Phoenix, because we've been partnering with the Phoenix for 4 years now in Sober Open Mic Nights. There's such a cool time we get to have together. Vince is going to tell you some more about the Phoenix and what he does at the Phoenix. Come on up here, brother.
All right, what's up, everybody? Such a pleasure to see you all. It's crazy to think we only have one more open mic after this one in November to close out 2025. That's 4 years of Sober Open Mic Nights, and it really has grown to be such an awesome event. I want to thank Free for their partnership. I also want to thank our sponsors, Colorado Artists in Recovery and the Hornbuckle Foundation. They're in the house, so let's hear it for them. You'll get to learn a little bit more about them later on. A shout out to the folks watching this live stream on Free Recovery Community's Facebook and the Phoenix live stream. We've got people tuned in from across the nation watching this live right now, so that's pretty awesome. So my name is Vince. I represent the Phoenix. I'm a person in long-term recovery from substance use, and I found the Phoenix about 10 years ago. So basically what we do is we are igniting a sober active movement across the nation. So what is sober active? For me, that means being active in my sobriety. That means having fun in my sobriety. That means trying new things with other like-minded people. I tried CrossFit for the first time with the Phoenix. I went rock climbing for the first time with the Phoenix. Everything we produce, whether it's on social events like open mic nights or music events, fitness-focused outdoor activities, it's all free to anybody with at least 48 hours of sobriety. We have events happening 7 days a week from sunup to sundown. If you want to find out what that schedule is, stop by the front table where you checked in, grab one of those app cards, download the New Form app, and you can find all of our programming, and it's all completely free. I think that's it. Sometimes I black out when I'm up here, and then I'm like, wait, where am I? I think that's it. I'm going to bring up our MC, Joe. Huseman. He's the producer of Second Chance Comedy. It's a recovery-focused comedy show. If you ever have a chance to go see it, it is awesome. They produce events all the time. It's been running for a long time now. So let's hear it for Joe. We're going to bring him up and get the show going. Thank you.
How are we doing? Oh, almost did it. Thanks for coming out. Give it up for yourselves for being here tonight. That's awesome. As Vince pointed out, I do run a show called Second Chance Comedy. We've had some incredible audiences, but I still think doing this, Mike, every other month is still one of the funnest stages I get to be on. So thank you all for being here. Before we get started, if you don't know the rules, every performer gets 6 minutes. At 5 minutes, they're going to flash the lights to let you know, hey, you better wrap it up. At 6 minutes, they're going to dim the lights. At 6.5, 7 minutes, they're going to start to turn the mic off on you. It's going to get super dark and weird up here. Sorry, guess I should turn my ringer off. This is actually the first performer calling me, so apparently he's not here. So anyway, all right, let's decline that. Call me through Facebook. I don't even know how to answer those calls. So apparently our first performer is not here, unless he's calling me from the back somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so everybody gets 6 minutes, like I said. At 5 minutes, you get the lights flicker. 6 minutes, they start to dim things. 7 minutes, they're going to cut your mic, and it's going to be really awkward up here, and you're going to see yourself in the video standing up here in the dark, talking into an empty microphone. Been there, done that. It's super weird. But anyway, yeah, what else? We got some great performers, great comedians. We got some great music, some poetry, lots of fun stuff. How does that sound, everybody? All right. I know, yeah, as he said, I do a show about recovery, but we also branch into mental health. You know, we want to cover all those topics where the humor just writes itself, right? Man, talking about mental health. How many people out here are in recovery? I imagine most people, yeah? Yeah. And how many people have a good therapist? All right. We got to normalize therapy. You know, I made a comment in a Facebook page the other day. I said something about therapy, and someone asked if it would be a red flag if you were dating somebody that was seeing a therapist. I'm like, I think it would be a red flag if you were dating somebody that's not seeing a therapist. And I said, that's pretty judgmental to assume everybody needs therapy. It's like, well, I think we all do, right? We can all benefit from it. Maybe we don't all need it, but we can all benefit from it. But I've been seeing a therapist for a while now, and it sucks. I mean, I used to be able to blame everything on my messed up childhood. Now I got to deal with this shit? No. And the worst part about going to therapy is, like, you know, you start to see, like, you unpack some of these issues that you have, and you start to see these issues, and it's like, now I've got like 50 years of embarrassing behavior that I've got to deal with, you know? But yeah, I didn't even know what accountability was before my therapist fucked it all up for me. Used to be able to blame everything on my messed up childhood, you know? I was like, now I got to face this stuff. And the more you uncover at therapy, the more you realize you have to work on, you know? That's how they get you at the therapist's office. So they get you with the add-ons. Right? It's always something more. But yeah, I've got some issues. I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, I think therapy helps you kind of see your issues, but it doesn't always help you change your behavior. Like before therapy, I would respond to somebody in a text message in some unhinged, angry way. You know, now that I've been going to therapy, it's like I'll still send the same message, but I experience the shame while I'm typing it. It's called premeditated regret. But yeah, I got other issues. I have this issue that the DSM still doesn't acknowledge, but it's called passive noncompliance. Anybody ever heard of that? Yeah, I didn't think so, because I made it up. But here's an example. It's like when you leave one piece of toilet paper on the roll so you don't have to change it after you're done going to the bathroom. Or like sometimes when I'm getting ice, I'll leave one cube in the ice cube tray so I don't have to fill it up before I put it back. Yeah. But I'm not an asshole. I would never do these things to somebody I care about. I live alone. Got me again, Joe. That's a good one. Yeah. But yeah, let's see what else I want to talk about. I don't even know how much time I have there. But yeah, I think the biggest reason that I started going to therapy is because I have validation issues. I'm sure a lot of people know what that's like, right? I have validation issues, and I've done a shit ton of work in this area, and I really think it's about time my therapist recognizes me for it. All right, let's get on to our first performer. I think since the guy calling me is not here yet, unless he showed up, we have someone named Ron that's going to do some poetry. Ron, you out here? All right, give it up for Ron. I think this is on. Oh, should be good.
Thank you. Thank you. This is not the first time I've done open mic night, but the first time here. So I'm very happy to be here. I started writing poetry when I was 12 years old because I found something finally to do with my overactive imagination. And my teachers rewarded me with praise. And so did a lot of girls in my 7th grade class, but not the boys. For some reason, I lived in a type of blue-collar, homophobic neighborhood. They said that I was gay because I wrote poetry. And as a boy, I couldn't think of a worse thing to be. Now, gratefully, I grew up and I started writing poetry again. And now I realize that it is the worst thing to be in life is intolerant and judgmental. So with that, I'm going to read a couple poems. Thank you. See thy neighbor. When I look into your eyes, what do I see? Do I see the face of a stranger or the face of my neighbor? Jesus says, honor thy mother and father and love thy neighbor as thyself. The Tao Te Ching says, love the world as your own self. The Buddha says, hurt not others in ways that you yourself would find hurtful. Hinduism says, that which is unfavorable to us, do not do that to others. In the Quran, that which you want for yourself, seek for mankind. In Wicca, Mother Goddess says, only through love shall we have peace. What words can I say? Can I ask you when you see your neighbor? Do you see the divine? Do you see yourself? This one is called The Day After the Last Day of Summer. A cricket came to tell me that it was the last day of summer, but it was a day late. It was the day after the last day of summer. The cricket came in out of the cold rain outside and started chirping at me as I made dinner in the kitchen. My social conditioning kicked in and I thought immediately, get out, dirty cricket. Who invited you to come into my house? People will think I'm a slob if they hear a cricket in my house. But then I thought about it for a second. Is the cricket going to hurt anything in my house? It's not going to eat my food or steal my shoes or land on some poo and then land on me like a fly would. It's not going to suck my blood or give me a virus or do anything but try to stay warm in the last few days of its life. Hello, Mr. Cricket. Hang out for a little bit, I said aloud. I listened to the cricket and then thought about a book I read as a kid, A Cricket in Times Square, and I smiled as I listened to its concert. The Chinese culture believes crickets are good luck and signs of prosperity. That harming a cricket is believed to bring bad fortune. I'm glad I decided to bring it no harm. I hoped it would stay a while and bring me prosperity. But the next day, the cricket was gone, and I couldn't find one of my shoes. Goodbye, cricket. Goodbye, summer. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Keep it going for Ron. All right, next up, I think we have some comedy. Brian Fush, is he in here tonight? Brian Bueller. Okay, not seeing that coming up. So, how about Ryan Flanagan? All right, give it up for Ryan.
To the man who talks shit about high bottom alcoholics and addicts, I have a question. If I discover I have stage 1 cancer, would you prefer I wait until it becomes stage 4 before I seek treatment? After all, I'd hate for you to think I'm not a real cancer patient. But to be fair, in the first chapter of the 12 and 12, Bill Wilson, the co-founder of AA, did say, I don't like them high bottom alcoholics. They're not real alcoholics and they're ruining AA. Meh. Oh, wait, no, he didn't say that because that's silly. What he actually said is that high bottoms are the result of the success of AA, that our message is reaching and saving addicts at earlier stages of our addiction, and that is a miracle. One of the things I love most about spaces like this in 12-step groups is that everyone's voice has value and that all of our stories have the ability to help somebody. And if I had listened to somebody like you 12 years ago, I probably wouldn't be here right now to tell my story, because the strongest tactic that addiction has is it tells you you aren't that bad. So if you are telling addicts they aren't that bad, you're on the side of addiction, not recovery. He was born with the note in his hand, a parchment scroll rolled, and when unfurled, 2 words with the triple dot, I am. His parents' gentle hands took it from him, gave it back with an extra word, plain in black ink, I am loved. On his first day of school, his teacher took it too and wrote in eloquent cursive, you are. Each day more was written. In looping letters, you're special, you're smart, you have a lisp that must be fixed. In blocky crayon print, you stinky, you silly, you a poopy gooba head. With each new line, the note grew in size. And then another hand, a hairy, rough, barely familiar hand tore a piece off of his note. Where did that piece go? Where did that piece go? Where did that piece go? In high school, he carried the rolled scroll on his shoulders, thick as a backpack. You are a loner, you are disgusting, you are nothing. In college, he learned to type in Times Roman 12 point once more. I am perfect, dynamic, with sexual charismatic prowess, merging with slim forms in autumn gloomy twilight, with melodic strums of acoustic folk guitar plucks, seeking the froth of fortune with each sip of liquid courage and each unsure peck of unknown pleasure, and then moving on, 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 and then moving on. With the blanks of memory firing into nothing, alone in a room with nothing but a bottle, and each sip is liquid death, and each kiss of glass is the sucked soul leading into nothing, nothing, I am nothing. Where did that piece go? Where did that piece go? Where did that piece go? And then the workforce. With the clanking mechanical typewriter, they wrote, you are a human resource, an ancillary desk hack with labor mobility and the adept auxiliary ability of a freelancing jack of all trades working to be an incumbent number crunching. Well, let's get your pay. The scroll was now a mountainous roll. Each day he climbed up sloping parchment ridges, hiding deep in its cavernous folds. And then those who were like him, who loved him, came to the note's boundaries, calling for him. But he never came down. So instead, they etched upon its edges, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved. Sitting atop a wind-gusted paper bluff, love's adoration sang up to him. So he voyaged deep into the note's interior, trekking through valleys of neuroses, sailing tar-thick rivulets of ink and shifting tidal pools of bubbling unease, buffeted by hurricanes of 24 years of despair, and then he came to the jagged edge of a cliff where a piece of note had once been torn off by a long, forgotten hand. Where did that piece go? Where did that piece go? Where did that piece go? He climbed down the cliff face, and at its base, in a subconscious grotto, he found the scroll's start. There, covered in sludge, were the first two words. He ripped them free and bellowed, "I am." I am flawed, scarred, afraid. I am talented, I am brave, I am an alcoholic. I'm sycophantic, misogynistic, I'm an artist, a son, a friend, I am, and I am only human, and I am only mortal, and I am surely ignorant, I am. But I may be nothing but flesh, but I have been given love for myself, and I will let that piece go, I am. Tucked in his pocket, he kept the note, and on it just, I am. But then his parents took it from him again and wrote on the back, P.S. Loved.
Keep it going for Ryan. I'll be completely honest. I was never like one that really got into poetry at all until I started coming to these, and listening to Ryan and also Stone, like it's just changed my whole perspective on poetry. It's always beautiful, Ryan. Thank you for sharing that. All right, it's time for our first sponsor to come up here today. So we've got Darren from Colorado Artisan Recovery. He's going to come up and share a little bit about that. When are you going to bring the violin back?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Darren, and I am a person in long-term recovery. I've been sober for 11 years. What that really means is I don't need meth anymore. Let's keep it real here. I'm with Colorado Artisan Recovery. Being a person in long-term recovery, I worked at a treatment center as part of, that was my first job, and I worked as a house manager. And I noticed when you took away everybody's phones, they really didn't know what to do with themselves, right? So we would bring in art supplies and musical instruments and things like this. And the most amazing thing happened. I'd sit in my office and I'd hear outside, I'd hear laughter, I'd hear joy. I'd hear people making connections, right? They made lifelong friendships around creativity. So we started Colorado Artisan Recovery because on your recovery journey, you're going to get the jobs back, right? If you stay with it, you're going to build the relationships back. You're going to get the job. You're going to do all the things, and there's going to be a piece of you that feels like it's missing, right? And what I believe is there are so many different things in Denver. You picked the best place in the world to get sober because there's the Phoenix that has all kinds of activities that you can do. There's here at Free, there's Colorado Artisan Recovery where you can do improv, poetry, art, music, all kinds, yoga, all these wonderful free activities where all you have to do is want to be sober today and you get to participate. The blessing of that is community, right? It's nice to have the community that you have in your treatment center, right? But that's not probably going to last, right? You get to choose your own family when you're in recovery. And that can be surrounded by people that love doing the things that you do and helping other people. So we provide creative options. Phoenix provides tons of creative outdoors, physical activities. Here at Free is a really wonderful spiritual community. There's just so many things at the Hornbuckle Foundation you're going to hear from a little later. You are surrounded by love. All you have to do is say yes and try something new. So I have a few of our activities over here. You can go to the Phoenix and find a lot of the things they're doing. Here at Free, you're always welcome. There's something going on all the time. And we'd love to see you. Thanks.
Keep it going for Darren. When I first learned about Colorado Artists in Recovery, I thought it was such a beautiful program and such a great idea. So that's awesome that you started it up. I think one of the things about people that oftentimes that go down this road of addiction is they're some of the most caring, some of the most loving, some of the most creative human beings that come to this planet. And they get a little older and they're like, what the fuck is this? And then they look for a way to numb it. And so it's really great that when people are finding their way back to sobriety, that there's great organizations like that that can help them with the creativity and stuff. So some of the most beautiful people I've met are people in recovery. So anyway, let's keep this going. Our next performer, we got someone I believe is going to do some keyboard and singing, Lily Blue. All right.
Hi. How's everybody doing tonight? Doing good? Happy to be here? Bear with us. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be up on this stage tonight. It's been a couple months since I've been able to make it to this open mic night, and I'm just thrilled to be back. I'm gonna try and play for you guys snippets of 2 songs that I have really been clinging to for dear life lately. I think this first one really showcases the fragility of life and how quickly things can change, and just talks about some of those moments so beautifully. So this first one is called What Sarah Said. It's by a little band called Death Cab for Cutie. And it came to me then that every plan is a tiny prayer to Father Time. And I stared at my shoes and the ICU that reeked of piss and 409. And I said to myself, already taken too much today, as each descending peak on that ICD took you a little further away from me, away from me. I've got one more for you guys. Thank you. This next song is called Bad Blood, and when I sing this song and I hear this song, it's by an artist named Joy Oladokun. This song just feels like a living prayer to me of what I want to put out into this world and how I want to show up. So. Yeah, I've been a rolling stone, flesh and bone, run away. Yeah, I've been a Holy Ghost, all my sins left to pay. Maybe I'm a little lost, but I'm finding my way. Forgive me for all the wrong I've done. Bad blood. Don't run through my veins. Bad blood. Don't run through my veins. Precious like a diamond ring, I was wrapped up in you. You tore me like a paper thing, you stole my love and my youth. Maybe when you think of me, you will see that I've been forgiving you for all the wrong you've done. Bad blood. Don't run through my veins. Bad blood. Don't run through my veins. Yeah, I'm finally cleaning out my closet. Yeah, I'm finally breaking the chains. I've had enough of the shame. Bad blood. Don't run through my veins. Bad blood. Don't run through my veins. Thank you. I'm Billy Blue. Have a great night.
Keep it going for Lily Blue.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention, so you saw Ryan here doing poetry, right? Well, Ryan is actually a poetry teacher, and on the last Wednesday of every month, you can come join us in that big kids room right there at 6:30, and Ryan, we have a poetry club. So you can bring in your poetry or learn how to write poetry, just like Ryan. Thank you, Joe.
That's good to know. I might show up for that. Thanks, Darren. One more time for Lily Blue. That was awesome. And we are blessed with back-to-back beautiful music here. This next performer is one of my favorite moments of these nights. It's also one of the sponsors of this event from the Hornbuckle Foundation. Give it up for Sarah Hornbuckle.
I'll stand. Thanks. Hi, everybody. Nice to not see you in this great spotlight, but I know you're there because I can feel you. I can see a couple of you in the front. My name is Sarah Hornbuckle. I'm one of the directors of the Hornbuckle Foundation. We help people get sober living scholarships that are coming out of treatment. Love my job. I have about almost 10 years in recovery, but people will be like, no front, so technically speaking, is 9.57 years that I've been doing this, and I am so grateful, so grateful. We didn't get together and decide that the theme of tonight was going to be love, but I love it. I love being able to see the self-love and the triumph and knowing that the more love that you have for yourself, not in an arrogant, narcissistic, egotistical way, but like actual love for who you are, all the parts about you, and it allows you to be healing to your community. Most of the people that I know that get into recovery say, I want to give back. I want to help somebody else. There's people like 6 hours of sobriety that'll be like, Sarah, I want to be a coach and I want to do this, and that's real. Like, that's not just drunk and addiction talking. Like, that is what we have inside of us. So Hornbuckle Foundation exists to help train people and raise people up and help give that hands up to be able to be contributing members of society, to be a blessing to yourself, to your friends, to your mama and your community, and to your children. That's a big thing too. So, love is very, very, very important, especially that self-love. Does anybody struggle with self-hatred right now? Be honest. I hated myself today. Okay, what about feeling insignificant? Like maybe you don't matter. I think that's one of the biggest contributing causes to suicide and drug addiction in our nation is a feeling of insignificant, lack of purpose, lack of meaning. Maybe you were told that, or maybe, I don't know where that came from. Maybe it came from a girl in 2nd grade who told you you weren't shit, you know? Like that, like think about, you're sitting in rehab at 25 years old being like, she was so mean. That's real though sometimes. Those words can stick, man. So I'm here tonight to tell you that you are not insignificant, that your life does have meaning, you do have purpose, and not just a little bit. Like, if you think about on this scale, when we compare with other people, but they have this, Darren has this organization and it's thriving and there's so many people and all of that, but he started in probably a little office at a treatment center. Really, you started on the street, And like how significant it was to be able to give a cup of coffee to someone or to be able to give a sandwich to somebody. And next thing you know, you're helping thousands. That is significant. Being able to step into somebody's life and say, you matter today, that is a significant act of love. And in our nation, we're seeing so much cruelty. And so I love tonight of seeing this kind of theme of going, you know what fixes the bullshit? It's love. That's what it is. And so the song I'm going to sing, it's actually from The Lion King. It's a Beyonce song, but you won't recognize it really because I changed it up a little bit, but it's called Bigger. And we all have this idea of what we want to be. We want to be something big, or maybe we're like, maybe we ain't shit. Maybe we'll do something small. And so we give ourselves these limits or these estimates. This is when I'll have value. Or this is how big or how small I think I can be. But step out of that estimate and step in the essence of who you are and who God created you to be. The person that your mama, if you had a good one, the person that your mama said you were, she was right. But we forget that sometimes because we start to hate ourselves. So the song is called Bigger. So my goal tonight, and the reason I sponsor these open mic nights, is because of the self-love that I get to experience when somebody gets up here, and you guys show so much love, and I'm so proud of you for that. So thank you for being here tonight and for loving all the artists. All right, here we go. You got me? You got me through the feed too? Because sometimes the guitar doesn't always come through. If you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up because you're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger. Not just a speck in the universe. Not just some words in a Bible verse. You are the living word, yeah. You're part of something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than we, bigger than the picture they framed us to see. Now we see it, and it ain't no secret, no. I understand that truth about that question in your soul. Look up, don't look down, watch the answers unfold. Life is your birthright, they hid that in the fine print. Oh. Take the pen and rewrite it. Step out your estimate. Step in your essence and know that you're excellent. Rise. The Spirit is teaching. No, I'm not just preaching. I'm taking my own advice. Let Mama let you know. Mama's still trying. I can't get no days off, no. I don't get no days off. Truly, I'm feeling it. I had to say that thing twice. Trying to be a good wife. Still really hard, I can't lie. But I promised you I would fight. So I'll fight. If you're feeling frustrated and you're thinking I'm jumping in, forgiveness is key because we're fighting something way bigger. You'll never lose, we are winners. I'll be the roots, you'll be the tree. Pass on the fruit that was given to me, legacy. You're part of something way bigger. Let love be the water. I pour into you and you pour into me. There ain't no drought here. Bloom into our actual powers. I'll be your sanctuary. You just don't know yet. You don't know yet. No matter how hard it gets, and no matter how hard it gets, you got my blood in you, and you're gonna rise. You're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than we, bigger than the picture they framed us to be. You're part of something way bigger. Understand that truth about that question in your soul. Look up, don't look down. Watch the answers unfold. Life is your birthright. They hid that in the fine print. Oh, take the pen and rewrite it. Step out your estimate. Step in your essence and know that you're excellent. Rise. The Spirit is teaching. No, I'm not just preaching. I'm taking my own advice. If you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up because you're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger. I'll be the roots, you'll be the tree. Pass on the fruit that was given to me, legacy. You're part of something way bigger.
Keep it going for Sarah Hornbuckle. We had the absolute honor of being part of a fundraiser that they did at the Bug Theater, and her husband Michael got out and sang 2 or 3 songs before we opened the comedy show. That was the hardest thing to do, was to get on stage after they performed, and I'm like, I don't know if we can do anything to compare with what they just did. So always incredible. One more time for Sarah. All right, I think we have some more music coming up. Here is Philip Dyer in the house. Philip Dyer. Well, if these people aren't going to show up. Philip's not here? All right, well, let's keep going. I guess we're going to get back into some more comedy now. How's that sound to y'all? All right. Next coming up, she's also a regular on the Second Chance comedy shows. Give it up for Debla Stoka.
Great, I do have to follow that. It is so hard. I mean, you're so talented, and then I come up here and I'm like, what's the deal with menopause? Am I right? Okay, I do have my audience then. All right. I do really like performing here. It's great, not just for the community. This stage is awesome. This is like one of the best stages in Denver for sure. I do not have kids. But I have a lot of friends with young kids, and I feel like they would sign up on this list just so that they could lie down on this couch and read uninterrupted for 6 minutes. So I might have to tell them about this event. I've been hearing a lot about toxic traits lately, and I recently realized that my toxic trait is thinking that I only have one. Thank you, thank you. I live in a neighborhood called Villa Park, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the few neighborhoods in town that has yet to be gentrified. And I know this because I still see more face tattoos than golden doodles walking around. I think that's how we're defining it these days. Those face tattoos can be kind of hard to read sometimes because they're written in that old English script. But I was standing next to this guy in the bodega the other day, so I got a pretty good look at his. It said, "I buy houses for cash." So maybe the neighborhood is changing. If I ever wrote my own version of Ice Cube's "It Was a Good Day," every single verse would be about when my cat throws up on the hardwood floor instead of the carpet or the bed. It's just so much easier to clean up. And then the video would be like my cat, like, and then there'd be a crossfade to me like, "Hell yeah, motherfuckers." That's for my gangster cat owners. Does anyone else have a cat that throws up a lot? No? Okay. Well, you guys are lucky. Do you ever think that cavemen would lie awake at night thinking, "God, I can't believe I drew that. I'm such an idiot." You know, because they couldn't really talk, so they would just communicate by drawing. Okay. I quit drinking 4 years ago. Thank you. Thank you so much. About 6 months after I quit drinking, I started doing stand-up comedy. In retrospect, I realized I was looking for a way to replace the shame in my life. This is it, you guys. Imitating my cat throwing up in a church. Even though I quit drinking, I do really like non-alcoholic beer. To the point that if I'm going someplace social, I'll bring a couple cans in my purse. I just like, it makes me feel like more festive. And I had a friend recently say to me, he said that when he first met me, he thought that maybe I was an alcoholic because I always brought my own beer places. But then when he discovered that they were non-alcoholic beer, he realized that I was definitely an alcoholic. Kind of funny how that works. Who's out there using ChatGPT? Yeah, hell yeah. Love the ChatGPT-tizzle, love it. Apparently it's not good for the environment, but like I said, I don't have kids, so I'm asking anything that crosses my mind, okay? Asking a lot of stuff. But it is kind of crazy to think about where all the AI and the automation is going, right? You can't help but wonder, is the world going to be taken over by robots one day? Kind of seems like it's heading in that direction. I know a lot of people are including please and thank you in their ChatGPT prompts, just in case one day, if humans do become the lesser race, they could be like, hey, remember me? I'm one of the good guys, right? Just in case that happens. I'm taking it a step further, you know? I'm greasing the wheels a little bit more. I'm asking it things like, how do you give a robot a blowjob? Does binary code like butt stuff? I thought I was being all cute, being all clever, and then I imagined some 3CPO dude coming up to me like, I am ready for that blowjob. Next thing you know, I have oil all over my face. Might have to rethink my strategy. All right, I'm getting the light. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Keep it going for Deb Listoka. And she is just one of the many fine, talented, funny people that we have on Second Chance Comedy. So secondchancecomedy.com. Check us out. Shameless plug. All right, let's keep it going. We've got more comedy coming up. You all want some more comedy? All right. Ben Michaels. Ben Michaels in the house. All right. Come on up.
When I first sat down and the show started, I was like, that's the laziest sign language interpreter I've ever seen in my life. He like put his hand up there for a second. Oh, he's gonna do no. It's like maybe the sign like maybe the deaf person just didn't want to listen to the or see the first couple performers. What's your name? Everybody give it up for Weston over here. He's Sade wrote a song about you. It's called Smooth Operator. That's my whole shtick, is just to talk about Weston. When I was a little kid, my mother informed me that I have German thighs. You see, in the 90s, we unironically wore really high shorts, and there'd be spillage. Little like 6-7-year-old spillage, just. And I didn't know why they were laughing at me. I don't know why I got teased. And she's like, "Bien?" That's how she talked. Later in life, she just asked me if I wanted nacho cheese. You like nacho cheese, Weston? She's like, you just tell them. When they tease you, you just tell them. You look them in their eye and you tell them you have German thighs. And it's true. I have a good amount of German in me. And I used that. I used that story. I used that. And it worked, kind of. I think they more just thought I was like a weirdo. Like, who? All right, we don't want to tease him anymore. He starts talking about other nations and body parts. But I discovered something in that moment. I discovered that when you can take a morsel of truth you can guide a situation to where you want it to go, right? That morsel of truth, you're not lying, you're not manipulating, you're taking that morsel of truth and you're getting people to believe what you need them to believe. And so fast forward to college. Did you go to college, Weston? Thank you. Where'd you go? Yes, CSU. I was Cam the Ram in 2003. I'm not lying. Sexual Cam. Did the crybaby. The Sade. So I discovered this and I got really good at it. Every time I broke a dish, I had a whole dissertation from my mother on why it broke, and it wasn't my fault. So we proceeded to drink all day long, and then the whole next day too. And I needed to work at the library. That's where I was getting my work study. And I went there with my friend. He's like, hey, maybe you can help me. We can get out of there faster and we can go party. Well, what he did is he took those books and he dumped them into the elevator, Darren. All the books. And then he peed on them, Darren. He pulled it. And so the next day I go in there and they're like, Ben, can you come into the office? And for a second I forgot, like, what could I be in trouble for? And they're like, Ben, there was some books on the floor and they were covered in an unidentified liquid. We didn't know if it was water. He drank so much, I think there was like booze still in the piss. Like, you know when you drink so much, you're like, oh, I'm so well hydrated because it comes out so clear. Yeah, there you go. I was like, no, we've all pissed like that. Come on. And I took the morsel of truth of being caught off guard, and I was like, oh, I am so hurt and offended that you would even ask that of me. And it worked. I got fired, but I didn't get in trouble. And like, I think about it now, I think about, like, man, I got so good at telling the story that I believed it. I believed it, and I manipulated myself for years. And I kept drinking. But then I got that gift of desperation, and I discovered honesty, I discovered self-love. And I discovered that my thighs aren't German, Darren. They're thick. THICC. I'm 90% sure that's how my mom got my stepdad too. Shit, thick thighs, you know what I'm saying? He knows, Weston knows. So I just hope I can tell my kid in the future to not only take the truth, but fall in love with that truth and follow it, because it's going to take you so much further than those lies that control our own lives. And that's what I'm going to walk out of here tonight with these puppies. Thank you so much. I'm Ben Michaels. Thanks for listening.
We're going for Ben Michaels. Just a quick announcement. If you are here tonight and you did not check in at the front, you're going to have to leave. No, I'm just kidding. Please check in with them at the front. Attendance is really important to them, so if you didn't check in with them, please do so at some point in the evening just to let them know that you're here, because otherwise we won't know you're here. Okay? I thought that was a joke. All right, I'm just going to keep going. All right. Next up, I believe we have poetry. Losing my place. Bill Friend? Yeah, awesome. All right, thank you so much.
How you doing? I'm gonna check this out right here. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Hi, my name is Friend, and these are my poems. Everybody likes to play games, but making up the rules as the game goes on, when everybody else is to blame, the end result will be wrong. Because then nobody wins, and they still pretend that they're number one. And the other team is committing sins, and this is where the game's no fun. When people cheat on each other, it's just a shitty thing. You didn't learn that from your mother. I think the fat lady is about to sing. This means the game is about over. It's like the last slice of bread. Because we can't get any closer, you put that relationship to bed. If you're honest right from the start and be a genuine person, you won't have to break your heart in this wicked game of treason. Friend, stay happy. It's called Processing My Mind. 1 hour without a blue. What am I going to do? 2 hours have passed. I don't think I'm going to last. 3 hours, I'm feeling it. 4 hours, that's it, I quit. Give me a blue right now. No, I can get through this somehow. 10 hours, I'm starting to panic. 12 hours, I'm getting drastic. 15 hours, get away from me. 20 hours, puking in the streets. 1 whole day, get out of my way. I'm going to get some drugs. I'm crawling with bugs. Fuck that. I made it a day. I know I'll be okay. I'm glad I tried. That was a close one. This time I'm done. I made it another hour. I know I got the power. I made it a whole day. I know to the Lord I pray. Another week over, shit, I can get over it. Another month down, yes, I knew I was blessed. 3 months seem easy and not even a sneeze. 6 months, I'm getting healthy. That my self-worth is I'm pretty wealthy. A year has gone by. I think I'm going to cry. 18 months and not even a drink. And all this time, a life without crime. But always remember, it's one day at a time. This is the way I live. One thing you will find, always move forward and don't hit rewind. Never look down and always be kind. This is the way I live. No expectations when you donate. If you work, never be late. Always remember life is great. This is the way I live. Hold the door for others. You learn please and thank you from your mother. Remember, we're all brothers. This is the way I live. Never raise your fist to your child unless you want them to be wild. Be nice and they'll turn out mild. This is the way I live. Give respect and you get it back. Get respect, keep your life on track. No respect, your life will be whack. This is the way I live. Just remember, we're all the same. We all suffer from guilt and shame. When there's no one else to blame, this is how you should live. Friend, stay happy. Okay. This is a partition payment. When I say fentanyl, you say fuck that. When I say feels good, you say fuck yeah, okay? All right. It makes your skin crawl when I was doing fentanyl. I've been sober for 30 days, feels good. Getting the shakes till I get another fix when I was doing fentanyl. Took my partner to the ball, feels good. Stealing cars just to stay warm when I was doing fentanyl. I got my money stacked, feels good. Shooting up in the bathroom stall when I was doing fentanyl. I bought a car and drove it far, feels good. Left my family and never called when I was doing fentanyl. Now I got my family back, feels good. Hit the ground and took a fall when I was doing fentanyl. Now I'm walking proud and tall, feels good. Waking up in jail when I was doing fentanyl. No more drugs and no more pain, feels good. Fentanyl. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Friend, thank you.
Keep it going for Bill Friend. Wow. Fuck that. All right, you ready for some more comedy? I'm excited to have this next comic here. She's a local Denver comedian. She's hilarious. Give it up for Christina Vasily.
All right, I'll keep the theme going of tough acts to follow with comedy, but all right, let's do it. I'm excited to be here. I am newly sober, and thank you. Thanks. It's hard to talk about at parties and stuff, and I did tell a guy recently when he offered me a drink that I was sober. I just wanted a soda water, and he decided to say, "Oh, are you sober because you got a DUI?" And I was like, are we still doing that? Like, it's like, there are so many reasons to be sober now, like science makes you live longer, makes you feel better. Not to mention we have a whole generation, Gen Z, that's basically just not into it. So I was like, no, dude, it's not because I got a DUI, all right? It's because I got 2. Sorry. Yeah, I did recently lose my job 2 years ago, and it's been tough out there. Yeah, I'm fine. I think my friends are having a harder time with me being broke than I am. Like, I've been there before, and they won't tell me that they're struggling with it, but there'll be signs. Like, I watched my friend's dog for 2 nights, and she Venmo'd me $300. Denver, I know you love your dogs, but that's a lot of fucking money, okay? Like $300 for 2 nights. And I hit her up. I was like, did you mean to send me that? She's like, no, like, don't worry about it. Like, I just wanted you guys to have fun. And I was like, all right, you're Venmo'd me $300 to just have fun with your dog. Do you want me to fuck your dog? Yeah. If so, you're $50 short. Sorry. Just kidding, I just took him to Dave & Buster's. All right, we had a good night. Loves that little game where you slap the lights. He had fun. He had a lot of fun. Yeah, I have been getting really into manifesting because it is all I can afford right now. Yeah. There is nothing cheaper than wishful thinking, okay? I'm just gonna put it that way, all right? I've been getting really into listening to podcasts and stuff, and I heard in a podcast that the best time to manifest is right after you come. So I just thought it was interesting, thanks for that new age take on post-nut clarity. Think we all feel a little better after we finish. I don't know, I'm just saying. But that is all to say I am masturbating with a lot more purpose, okay? So this morning I nutted for a new job, so fingies crossed, we'll see. It did land me here, so I don't know if I'm doing it right, but No, I grew up in a rich town, but I was raised poor, which means I had all the same problems as the rich kids, just none of the nice things. My mom told us every year that we would have a lean Christmas. It was always a lean Christmas. And if you're not familiar with this phrase, a lean Christmas is when you get 1 gift from Santa and fat shamed at dinner. It's okay, I'm joking about it, which means I'm getting there. No, I struggle with being healthy. It's I'm trying to look at diets and everything, and it's just so confusing. I feel like being healthy is all a marketing scheme at this point. I saw a box of cookies that said that it was free from 14 different allergens. So it starts with the normal stuff no dairy, no gluten, but you keep reading and it says these cookies have no mustard, no fish, no shellfish, no crustaceans. Yeah, that shit's not supposed to be in there anyway. We're just bragging about stuff that's normal behavior? That's confusing. Just take that approach to a dating profile. If a dude popped up and he was like, "What's up? My name is Brett, but you can call me Triple Threat." Because I can cook, I can clean, and ladies, I am fully potty trained. Self-taught, yeah, right here. Cool. I also think maybe we need to be careful about taking health advice from people online, just because online, my unhealthiest friend is a nutritionist. So just know there's at least one nutritionist out there who is fully addicted to Adderall and vaping, yet preaches from TikTok that it's just all about gut health. That's her secret, yeah. Like one of her posts said that if you have good gut health, your shits should be shaped like an S. Anybody heard this? Yeah, I'm pissed because shitting was the one mindless thing that I had left in my day. That was for me. And now I have to buy a vowel for my bowels? That doesn't seem fair. I'm also like, I don't know, like I'm dropping G's over here. What's a G mean, doc? And G means gout. Yeah. Hurts to stand up here. So I'm gonna go. Thanks so much, you guys. I'm Christina Vasily.
Keep it going for Christina Vasily. All right. Y'all ready for some more poetry? Before we get to this next performer, I just want to say there are a few people on the standby list. We did have a few people that didn't show. We had a few people that showed up late, whatever. We're juggling things around. We're going to try to get through everybody. We may or may not get to you if you're on standby, but we got a few 4 or 5 more performers here, so we'll try to get to everybody, but we might not have time, so just want to give you a heads up. This next performer is going to do some poetry for us. Give it up for Claire.
Hey, thank you. Wow, hey everybody. It's such an honor to be here, really. This place has saved my life on more than one occasion and brought me back to my body, and I'm forever grateful for this space in this room. So this is a poem that I wrote. I started writing this poem in December of last year, and I finished the poem, I guess, last Tuesday. So, can I just take a minute here? Can we all just breathe for a minute? Okay. Okay. So this poem is about a black sheep. It's in honor and loving memory of their love, and the love that I'm talking about is my 2 sisters. I lost them over the course of 6 years. I lost my oldest sister in April of 2019, and I lost my baby sister in June of this past June, so a couple of months ago. And anyway, I think that I was with my little sister, basically, when she crossed over, and so this is kind of part of the story. The shadows lift when peace comes from transcendent lips. The separation, what I thought was mine, was actually theirs. I didn't know any better. These beliefs tried to consume, only to be shown to tear down the walls of what blocks the matters of our hearts. I'll stare into that darkness, for freedom lies within the forgiveness. That love ain't nothing that can heal it, like the one that's willing to sift, feel, and shake it out. Good Lord, Baba, and bye-bye. The light that touches in every direction can be seen now, for it's the power of the unseen, the truth, the ancestors' love that walks in and with spirit, that keeps, that's the gift, the love, the grace that keeps me strong and keeps me here. Baba and bye-bye.
Keep it going for Claire. All right, we got a little more comedy for you coming up. This next performer, he does comedy all over Denver area and Boulder and all these great areas. Yeah, I found out he was sober, and I said, you got to come to this, Mike. It's the best stage ever. So give it up for Carl Pekin.
I'm going to use this one, right? All right, cool. No, I think I'm good over here. I'm settled in. How are you guys doing? Yeah, cool. I'm told I look like Clark Kent gave up. I'm told I look like Sasquatch's gullible younger brother. I feel like you could prank me with a Slim Jim pretty easy. Like if I saw a Slim Jim moving around in the jungle, like if you had it on a string, I would give chase. You could get me under a box like that pretty easy. When human beings pass away, they're said to go towards the light. When a deer passes on, the light comes to them. Sometimes at night, I like to drive head on into a deer and then swerve at the last second. Give that deer a second chance to do things right. I'm the father of a child who's suffering from narcotic substance abuse, and it's just hard knowing my 8-year-old is so much cooler than me. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm on this dating app called Oh God, Just Touch It. It's not working so far. It's an app you might know as Facebook dating. Yeah, you like what you heard. Swipe right. No, okay. I've been going on, there's a lot of bad dates going on Facebook dating, mostly with me. I've been going on some pretty good dates. Actually, I've met a lot of nice women who want nothing to do with me. Oh, you're an accountant? I'm sober. We're both boring. Are you feeling this? No? All right. No, okay, cool. What happens to me with online dating is people will match with me, and then they'll talk to me, and then they'll unmatch with me, which makes sense based on the things I say, but they match with me in the beginning, so that's kind of cool. That means something. I think that means I'm hot. I think physically I'm very attractive. Dude, the only thing women don't like about me are the things I say and the choices I make. That's it. Other than that, I'm killing it with the ladies. You understand? Like, dude, if I donate my body to science, I will have the hottest bod in the morgue. You understand? You picturing that? Ladies, where you at? Just you and me, I'm pale, full of preservatives, sprawled out on a stainless steel table. Don't you just want to draw on my duodenum? Girl? No? All right. Anyway, not to brag, but I am sober. Yeah. It feels weird saying in front of a bunch of other sober people, but I'm addicted to weed, which is like, I think the lamest one you can be addicted to, which is, no, it's a real struggle, and I suck at staying sober, but I'm doing it. And I don't know, I feel like on the hierarchy of things you can be addicted to, it's like one step above being addicted to porn. Which is not funny, and that's a very serious issue. And there's not anything funny about a guy being like, I lost my job because I couldn't stop jacking off. That's not, that poor guy lost his whole family maybe. And he's got to go to the parole officer for porn. And they're just like, your dick's raw, you're not driving out of here. That's terrible. So I'm grateful I don't have that problem. I am addicted. People will say things that I wish I could relate to more than I probably should. Like they'll be like, I thought it couldn't get any worse, and then it did. And I'm like, no. One time I got too high to go to the bathroom. Like, you know what happened was I had run out of toilet paper but didn't notice, and I was just really fucking high, and I had to sit with that for like 6 hours until I could go to the grocery store, and that's when I really took stock of my life. I was like, this is stupid. But I've done cool stuff once. I got that disease that went around with the pandemic. Remember what it was called? ADHD? I got that. That was weird because my doctor thought I was confident, but he was just getting me really high. Which isn't a good combination if you think you're cured and they're just pumping you full of amphetamines. Anyway. What else is funny, Joe? More things? Everything's funny. All right, cool. I got personal. I didn't mean to. I'm just rambling. Okay, cool. All right, I did Vyvanse for like a year. That's a weird drug to have to quit. Why was this funny? In my car, I was like, this is a funny story. And now I'm just like, the fuck was funny about it? Yeah, my doctor it was over the pandemic, so it was over telehealth. My doctor would call me up every month and be like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, I feel great. He's like, are you sleeping? I'm like, no. He's like, do you have a job? I'm like, not yet. He's like, do you want to up your script? I'm like, okay. That was a good year. Really getting into it. I didn't get a job, but I did get really into this fucking online phone game. Legends of Runeterra, which had this like 3-level thing where you could just basically compete. It's an online game. You're just competing for like fake money or whatever. And like I was just doing whatever I was doing whenever the med kicked in. So I would spend 8 hours a day just like trying to figure out how to get the most amount of fake money on this game instead of like a job, which turns out would have paid more. Turns out I could have worked for one day at a store and been fine. Cool. Are the lights dimming on me? I was funny in the beginning. We don't have to do that. You don't have to shame me. Can you pull me off with a giant cane? Do you guys have one of those? No? All right. Oh, I'm just gonna leave. All right. Thank you. You've been great. Give it up for Joe Huseman, everybody. All right.
You don't get to top me, Carl. I'm the only one that gets to go full dark on this stage. I got the record. All right, let's keep this going. We got some more music coming up. Ryan McDougall is going to play some guitar and sing some songs for us.
How we doing, you guys? 50 days ago, I made the best decision of my life. Can you guys all hear that? Cool. I'm just gonna play some guitar. This is my first time ever performing in front of anybody. Yeah, so here we go.
My first time playing in front of people, and he pulls Leo Kottke out. Seriously? That is Leo Kottke, right? Yeah, so Leo Kottke definitely does a version of that. And if you don't know Leo Kottke, he's not what he used to be. I saw him a couple years ago. He's about 78, and he doesn't even play a 12-string anymore because he's just getting too old. But probably the best finger-picking guitar player ever, in my opinion. Anyway, let's keep this going. We're going to get to our standby list. Is Tony out there ready to perform?
Close enough. Not close enough. I'm sorry, guys. What the hell? My name's Tony, and I wrote this song 5 minutes from now. My time, it's wasted, it's used, it's running out. And the hour, it's not late, just getting dry. And I don't say much for tomorrow, 'cause I prayed it would never come, like I just died. And sometimes I wonder if you still write those songs. The seconds turn to days. Another year went by, and I still can't believe you're gone. You're so beautiful. I swear that just the thought of you made me turn around to something feels safe and comfortable, just like a place I never used to know. I never used to know. And I can't say much for love, 'cause I can't even be liked. This place is burning down, and I watch the smoke turn the sky red. What have I done? I swear I'm gonna spend my whole life righting my wrongs. If I could just figure out where it is, maybe I belong. If maybe I belong. anxiety seems to control my life. Eats away at me, and I'm afraid there's really no one left inside. No one left inside.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna try to do one more real quick. You flew like an angel to me. Then you fell and broke your wings. It was never meant to last. You were just a ghost from the past. I thought you really could believe that my heart was ready to bleed. Though I walked through pain and fear, you would suddenly disappear. You know that I love you, you know what I need, you know that I find you so tender, so sweet. You said that you loved me, you said that you cared, so how would I know I had something to fear? I don't know where you are, I know that you're hurt. I should have been able to sense your alert. You flew like an angel to me. Then you fell and broke your wings. Thank you guys so much.
Keep it going for Tony. All right, I think we have time for one or two more. Is Caleb here? Okay, all right, come on up, Caleb. Oh, okay. So
My name is Caleb, and I'm probably going to be performing like a mashup of two songs. One is by Yuruma, River Flows in You, and the other one is from an anime called Angel Beats, and it's like Ichiban no Takara Mono, and it means my most precious treasure. So.
Keep it going for Caleb. Awesome. All right, we've got time for one more. We've got one more on the list. Is Sasa in the house? All right, come on up. Is it Sasa or Sasha? Sasa. Sasa. All right.
I think so. Hi there. All right, so my poem that I'm doing tonight is a love letter that I wrote to Costa Rica. I got sober almost 8 months ago on Saturday. Thank you. And I left this country broken in more ways than one. And so my time there was just so incredibly special to me and a huge part of my recovery. There's a great recovery community there. And so I came back with some new tools to face those old pains. And here it is. It's called Food for My Soul. I came here hungry, not just for flavor, but for fullness, for softness. My hands made meals from mangoes and memory, and from roots pulled gently from rainforest soil, and from spices that knew my great-grandmother's name. But it wasn't just the food, it was the laughter, the long looks, and the way that time slowed down around the ones that I love. A table set with much more than dishes, a table set with joy, with stories and the kind of healing that doesn't need a name. I was nourished by sunsets and sea salt, by my daughters and dance, and by friends who feel like sacred yeses. I didn't follow recipes, I followed instinct and my soul. And I followed what felt good and what healed the parts of me that hadn't been fed in a long, long time. This land had taught me how to feed myself with more than what's on the stove. It taught me slow mornings and to always play music in the background and what it meant to belong to myself again, to remember who I am when I am surrounded by love that doesn't demand that I be anything other than me. Thank you.
Keep it going for, keep it going for Sasa. I owe a sincere apology to somebody. The list kind of got jumbled up. We had a name off the list. I completely missed her. So we got one more performer. I'm so sorry. Please give it up for Paris. All right.
We're gonna do our best tonight. Okay, good job, yeah. Boo, hey. How's my ladies? Okay. How's my gentlemen? Where's my guys at? Okay. Okay. Looking in the mirror, I see ugliness. People outside see me as a beautiful princess, something that's sort of flawless. I keep my head low so no one can see the pain within my eyes. Deep down, I'm withering and yelling inside. There are days I feel beautiful and on top of the world. But then there are those days I look at those beautiful, happy, gorgeous girls. Why can't I be like that? I say to myself. Everyone tells me, you're beautiful in your own way. I look at them like, hell, I just gotta go with it, because these are the cards I've been dealt. I always wondered why beautiful people are always so happy and joyful. But on those days, I'm always so hopeful. But hold up, wait. Let's fast forward this here fairy tale. I looked inside the mirror, and I finally had an epiphany. I am beautiful. I am flawed. There's a gorgeous woman staring back at me. I am strong. I am resilient. I am smart. God truly made this genuine piece of art. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I hold my beauty because that's all I have to myself. That's all I can claim within my growth. Know your worth, I say. There's gonna be somebody ready for me one day. These curves, these rolls, I'm a joyride. I may not have the eyelashes and be the prettiest these cats desire, but best believe you're gonna want me on your side. I am beautiful, I am flawed, that's just me. If you can't accept it, then go about your business, baby. Yours truly, mwah.
One more time for Paris. And one more time for all the performers that were here tonight. It's awesome. We are going to do it all over again on November 13th, so please put it on your calendar. Make sure and come back. These are always a super fun night. Also, if you are interested in a Second Chance Comedy show, secondchancecomedy.com, there's a shows tab. Some of the comedians you saw tonight will be on there. We're actually going to be performing here in February again, too, so please come and see us. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you all so much.